I mean, Morris is here.
Hello.
Yeah, maybe he wants to blow the phone.
What? Who's here?
There's a ghost in here?
Yeah.
Yes.
There's a ghost in here?
I want to hear all the ghost stories.
Now, when you...
Do I have to press anything?
No.
I just talking to him?
Yeah, just make sure.
Okay.
Just talk like this?
Yeah.
Okay.
But wait, are people looking at us and hearing us simultaneously?
Yeah.
So we should
That's
also
so
look
weird.
at the camera and each other.
I'm not
It's gonna
editing
be fun.
any of this.
You shouldn't, because this is probably going to be the best part of the whole show.
No, this is going to be the best show, period.
I mean, it's definitely going to be the best show.
Well, introduce yourselves. Well, I'm here at the Amityville Apothecary.
Wait, can we curse on this?
Curse away. Baby.
Okay, because it's your fucking show. You should start.
Well, they know who I am.
I know, but what if there's a new viewer and they've never seen it before?
Well, if you've never tuned in, my name is Tori Franco, and this is the Tori Franco Show, and we talk about everything. Whatever you want to talk about, we talk about. Dicks, vaginas, witches, wizards, is that what they're
I don't know. Ghosts?
I have no idea.
Warlocks?
Warlocks.
Oath breakers.
So now, this is my favorite crystal store, and you guys know Jamie. Jamie's been on the podcast. Jamie introduced me to the store, but they have a TikTok account that I stalk religiously.
It's fun.
Right. And I come here all the time.
Right, to buy things.
To buy things, yeah.
For your magic.
For my magic, my black magic that I do.
I don't know if you know that, like, this is like sort of like a hot spot for lesbians.
Wait.
It's turned left
It is.
already.
No, it's not live. They're going to edit it, but who cares?
Yeah, I don't
A
know.
lot of people, no, we've decided that, like, if you're straight, what is it called now? If you're cisgendered, whatever, I don't fucking know. I'm old, you guys, with these new terms.
Wait, you got to introduce yourself.
Oh,
first.
nobody cares. Hi, my name is Dina, and I co-owner of this of the store, Amityville Apothecary. That's my name. We're just going to go right into it. Who cares? Nobody cares who I am.
All right, I care.
Well, thank you.
You're
I
welcome.
appreciate it. This is Bella.
I'm Bella, and I'm the manager.
Her name is Bella Karen.
BK. Wait. So now, what do you mean it's a lesbian hotspot?
Like, because you can't meet straight people here.
Correct.
We trying for Bella.
Well,
so if
actually, there was a very good-looking man last week. You were upstairs busy.
he was
a firefighter.
but was he with somebody?
No, he was solo.
He got lost.
What was he looking for?
He got some crystals.
Interesting.
That's all. And he asked us about the upstairs, but he didn't come up here.
Wait, but are you sure, as a matter of point,
No.
that he is straight?
No, absolutely not. He didn't have a ring on his finger.
Now, I'm assuming you're straight.
I am.
And you're...
You know, I'm married to a man, but but I'm not going to, like, write anything off.
And you do have rainbow nails.
I do have rainbow nails, and apparently, and I have a nose ring, and also the Doc Martens, I think, I was told also is on the list.
Yeah, those are very... that's a Doc Marten?
But I've been wearing these since 1991.
If I was
I
ever
didn't
going to
know
wear them,
that it was on the list. I don't really give a shit, as I said. Whatever. I'm not like one of those people that's like, I'm not that. You can call me whatever the fuck you want.
I'm
straight. Whatever it is. It's who
that works.
whatever works. It's like
Whatever
whoever's
works.
like, look, I could be whatever it is that you want. I just happen to be in a married relationship with a cisgendered male.
He was assigned male at birth.
Whatever it is. He's assigned something.
Did you do any love spells to get him?
I did not, but I did meet him on Match.com, which apparently only old people use.
Correct. Yes, agreed.
That's the truth.
Agreed.
It is the truth, right?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Who fucking pays?
I don't pay.
I paid.
I
did. I paid. I met him. He texted me. He didn't text me. He messaged me on Match. He goes, hi, you want to get a cup of coffee? And literally I looked at his photos and every photo of him was horrible. They were so bad. And I'm like, what did you pick? Like every rotten photo of yourself? Like they were rotten. I'm like, oh my God, this fucking guy. But okay.
But he still got you.
They went out for one cup of coffee and then
he never left.
Never.
Is he like...
He never
How
left.
long you been married?
We've been married. Wait, I don't know exactly how long we've been married, but I know we've been together for 8 years because we got married sort of like accidentally on purpose. Because I was married to somebody else and engaged to him at the same time, like a Kardashian.
love the way you said it. Like a Kardashian.
No, isn't it though?
That's, yeah, I mean, I guess. Yeah.
I mean, they have a show.
I guess, yeah.
Or they are not anymore having a show.
You
Whatever.
should have your own show.
I should. There's ghosts
You should.
here.
Yeah.
The
It'd
shit
be
that goes
fun.
on. I don't know.
There's
I
a-
mean, we do kind of. We do the Friday night stuff. That's a little bit of a show.
Oh, yeah.
shit
yeah.
show.
It's a shit show.
Do you guys
Especially
drink
yesterday.
on that live?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
You do?
Oh,
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I love it here. I just fucking love it. Please, can we talk about the ghost that's in here? That you...
I think I just heard him.
That's his
Probably
office.
did. Yeah.
I am so done.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Like a dog, like going across.
no. I mean, maybe I don't think we got rid of the demons last week.
Yeah.
So
They're gone.
JK, maybe. I don't think it was like a demon, but it was like a thing that we didn't want here. So it was in the attic.
Let's start from
It
the
threw
beginning.
chairs at me.
It looked like a little boy. I saw him first. He came running towards me, and it was like I saw something that was like this big, and I was like, "All right." And then the other girl that works here, Sam, she came in the next day and said that there was a little boy in the attic.
I wasn't happy about it because he does not pay rent.
Wait a second. When you say you saw him,
Well, I felt something. It's like goes into like I don't see things, I feel them. So it's like weird if I'm like I feel this about you, so I say I see things, but like I felt something run by me.
so you felt the presence.
Clairsentient?
Clairsentient. Yeah.
So you feel things about people.
Yes, and I know things about people.
Do you know things about me?
If I was not drinking, yeah, I could totally
You would
do that.
know. I feel like she's staring into my soul right
She
now.
might be actually.
be.
Be careful.
Like when people come in. I know, I'm like,
Just
Get on.
get
We have
on,
a
yeah.
You don't have to get on camera if you don't want to, but sit. You could be like the
do you have
producer.
to press something?
Oh yeah. Oh my god, I love you. She is.
That's why Bella's the manager.
She is clairsentient.
That is exactly why I'm the manager here.
Hold on. Hold on.
It's thirsty.
I'm gonna.
Did you water them last?
All right, we're back. Okay.
So when people come into the store, do you like
I feel like
Read
you're
their-
anxious right now.
really?
Yeah.
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 Because I heard that noise and now I'm like freaking out.
And when you got closer, I felt it like 10 times more.
Really?
So, yeah, I pick up on people's like energy when they walk in.
All right. That's
Can you
cool.
tell if people are shit or not?
like bad energy?
Yeah, like I just really don't. I would say like I can't really read them, so I don't pay attention to them. So
But-
to me,
'cause
that
it-
means like
Yeah, but also if somebody's like really rotten, right? Sometimes people come in here and you're like, we will be like, oof. And like, you like disengage because
yeah, right.
everybody could do this. Like you could do this, you could do this.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I can definitely feel people, but I don't know how to like control it.
Yeah. How do you like tap into that?
So you have to think about it. We're all born with this, and it's a muscle. So the way you build a muscle is you like keep practicing and you keep doing it, and then you just become second nature. So we all have it.
So you guys can discern who's a shit person.
I mean, for the most part.
Yeah, absolutely. Of
Is that
course.
why you can't read me though? Do you think I'm a shit person?
No, because I've been drinking. So like I have boundaries where I don't like my guides don't allow me to read people when I'm drunk.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I'm so. Can we get back to the fucking ghosts?
We can. Okay, so this building was built in the 1880s.
It's old.
It's very, very old by a man named Morris Goodowitz who came from Russia and came here with his second wife and his children and started a jewelry store that was on the ground floor, and they lived up here.
Okay.
He died in this building of a heart attack.
Fucking great.
And so he's here. So he's over there. He's always in that back room. He's a gentleman. He's sort of like a house resident. And then sometimes his wife, Rose, is here. They had very many children, one of which, her name was Katie, got run over by the Long Island Railroad before it was called the Long Island Railroad. She got run over at the thighs because she fell off the train when she was working as a secretary in Babylon Village. And when she got back here to Amityville, the way the trains were, it's not like now, and you would like, the doors were always open, and she went to sort of lean out, and the train jerked, and she fell out, and she got run over at the upper thigh, and I want to say that it was like in the teens or the 20s, and obviously there really wasn't anything they could do and really understand, and she basically just bled out, and the article in the paper basically said that she was like jovial up until the end and laughing until she died.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I just got the chills.
Does she come?
I've never heard of anybody mention Katie, but we have a new medium, that Rebecca, that started on Sunday. She's here Sundays, and she's like, why? There's somebody here that keeps saying railroad. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Get the fuck out of here.
It's crazy.
Yeah. So we have in the first floor a photo of Morris's 3 sons, Louis, Benjamin, and Herman, as well as one of the original catalogs from the jewelry store, and we have it framed downstairs.
That's awesome.
So-
and he doesn't bother you.
No, because he's an ancestor of the shop. So we consider them to be the original ancestors of this building. So just like your ancestors wouldn't want to harm you because you're their blood, we consider Morris and the Goodowitzes to be the ancestors of this business.
That's fucking amazing.
Cool. Yeah.
Now, what about this kid? The kid we didn't want.
Okay, so the kid wasn't really a kid, right? So typically when you have things presenting as children, as quote unquote ghosts, they're typically not children. They're typically lower level entities that are trying to trick you or trying to get, and we sort of fell for it for a hot minute because we were like, good night, little boy, and we're talking to it. And the more you interact, the more power you give them. The more you pay attention or, say hi, hello, good night, goodbye, you're giving them sort of power and you're
energy.
feeding them.
Yeah.
So I was upstairs. Yeah, this happened. So I was upstairs in the attic. We have a lot of our overstock of all the books and tarot decks and stuff. So I'm walking back and forth, and I'm going from one end of the attic to the other, and I'm taking stuff out of boxes and putting them on the upstairs bookshelves to organize so I know what I have. And so picture this is a stack, right? So I'm putting them on the shelf like this. And then when I would come back, they looked like this. So I kept going back and forth, and this kept happening. And finally I went, come the fuck on. Because I got mad. Like, stop fucking with my shit. Like, I'm working here. Like, can you not? Like, I have shit to do. I don't have time for your fucking bullshit. So when I said come the fuck on, there were these there was like a whole stack of chairs, and they nest. And they had been up there for weeks and weeks, and 3 of them literally like came at me. And I was like, you motherfucker. So I ran down the stairs like a big, you fuck, like a big chicken. It's all right. We don't cry over spilled alcohol. I mean, maybe we do. And I came downstairs. I came running downstairs. I'm like, something just threw 3 folding chairs at me. And it's Wednesday. Okay? And I have a lot of stuff to do. And so my business partner, Danielle, and the psychic medium that works on Wednesdays and Thursdays, they went upstairs and did some like exorcism, like power of Christ compels you shit. You should have heard Danielle. Danielle was like calling in on like Archangel Michael and like all like the archangels and the beings of light. And she literally had like this pot filled with sage and cedar, and she was going, get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. And I'm like, there's customers in the store. And, so she's screaming up in the attic. And meanwhile, this poor Frank's trying to do like a psychic reading. This lady probably wants to know if she's ever going to get a boyfriend. And like Danielle's screaming, like, get the fuck out, get the fuck out. She's in the crawl space. You don't even know. This is what goes on here.
See, why wasn't this a TikTok?
We should have. It should have been a TikTok.
This is fucking great. I feel home. Like, I really do. That's fucking Wait. Like I know a little bit about Archangel Michael. Mm-hmm. And like I feel very connected to him for some reason. He's the protector, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So like anytime some shit's popping off, you call Archangel Michael.
You should actually call on Archangel Michael every day.
Really?
As a matter of practice. So Okay, so human beings actually learned this on Dr. Michael Lennox's class 3, which I don't think you watched.
No, not yet.
So, all of the archangels are available to anybody at any time to call upon, but they don't have free will like human beings. Meaning, if you call upon them, they have to come. If you call upon a human being, they'd be like, fuck you, I ain't going. I'm going to Taco Bell.
Stop it.
I didn't think I.
Well, I know that about human
Yeah.
beings.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I don't think I knew that.
Yeah, they have to.
They have to come.
Like, for your greatest good. Like, you might
Right,
say, like,
right.
give me Demi Lovato, you know? And then, like, Archangel Michael's be like, not in my wheelhouse, so I'll just make
not
sure,
sorry.
like, you don't hurt yourself.
Not my jurisdiction.
Yeah, seriously, sorry.
Well, I call on him when I feel like I need strength in a situation.
Yeah.
And that's like I've seen Archangel Gabriel. I didn't know I was seeing him though.
So he's the one who actually.
That's
yeah.
Gabriel,
Yeah. So you should connect with Gabriel to get messages. That's who I connect
the
with.
messenger.
He's the messenger.
Is he one of your guides?
Yeah.
Can you guys explain spirit guides?
Yeah.
Okay. What the fuck?
Okay, I'm going to start. And then
Go
you can
ahead.
take it.
Go ahead.
So there are spirit guides, but then keep in mind, archangels are available to everybody. So there are archangels, there are guides, there are ancestors, and they may be one and the same, but also not.
Correct.
So you could have an archangel that could act as one of your guides. Often, not really so much. Like often, like you just call them and you work with them and you develop a relationship with them. Okay.
Pick me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Quick question.
Sure.
I meditate a lot. That's one of the things that I do that I feel I have down now. So I did a meditation to meet my guide. Guide. And it was him.
Okay.
Is that possible?
It is, but also it could be a gatekeeper,
Yes. I've met gatekeepers.
which means that you're not ready yet to meet the others, or the others aren't willing to like
Show themselves.
show themselves yet.
It's like you're not like. So when I met my gatekeepers, it was like 10 people and then 3 rows deep. And I saw like the spirit guide like jumping, like trying to get my attention, and they just kept repeating, you're not ready, you're not ready, you're not ready. I came quickly down from that meditation, freaked out, and called my mentor, freaking out, and she's like, they're just gatekeepers, relax, it's not that big of a deal, you're not leveled up enough to meet that guide.
That's probably okay.
And you have different guides at different times in your life.
Yes, based on what you're
They
going
change?
through.
Yeah.
So you have one guide for your whole entire life, from birth up until you're done. And then like the other ones come in and out based on what's going
What you
on.
need.
Keeping in mind that like your guides are, you form as a human, as a soul before you incarnate into human body.
Correct.
A contract, and it sounds terrible to say contract because like in America, especially like when you say contract, it's never like a good thing. You're like, oh, I'm in a contract, right? You're bound.
Yeah.
But you fulfill a contract for your particular soul mission or soul purpose. Like what are those things?
I'm not a
Yeah.
good decision maker though. Keep talking. I'm sorry.
So what are those things that you hope to learn and fulfill and grow as a soul, as a soul embodied in a human meat suit? And
As in your uniform, like,
yeah,
what do you,
right.
What do you want?
And then what happens is they are here to support you for your highest good and of your greatest love. Now, keeping in mind, like some of those things that we contract to do. I'm sorry, I'm going to hook my.
No, don't
my
be sorry.
foot.
Don't be sorry.
Some of those things that we contract to learn, they sound good until like you start living through them as a human being, because when we're not in a body, we don't have the realization of like how real and gritty it is.
It's gonna fucking suck. Balls.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And you sign up for every single lesson that you learn in this lifetime, so you have no one to blame but yourself.
That is so crazy.
Fuck
Yeah.
you, Tori. Fucking asshole.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I mean, but so you have these guides that are here and available to you. Then you have the archangels that are archangels and ascended masters, which really are non-transactional beings, right? You call upon Archangel Michael. He will, Archangel Michael, keep me safe, get the demon out of the attic, all those things. And he will come and do that. Then there are other beings that are God. You might see all over TikTok people that are worshiping gods and goddesses and other beings. And that is more transactional. It's a quid pro quo. I give you X, they give you Y. I don't do any of that work. I don't think Bella does any of that work.
Too much commitment.
Too much commitment. Like, and I might change my mind and like,
because you have to make offerings.
Yes, you have to give them stuff for them to give you something, and
they're ancient religions. They are.
Yes.
They are ancient. There are ancient African religions. They are very old. They are very powerful. But you have to. They do things that our Western culture would turn our nose at. Very powerful. They can get shit done. And let me tell you, I've had a lot of people come in where they've had workings done on them from that type of system, and it's hard to undo.
What's it called? Can we talk about it? Or is it like Voldemort?
No, I mean, you could talk about it, but I'm not equipped to really speak about it because I'm not there. You see on TikTok, what do they called it? Like a closed practice, because closed practices have initiations, right? You have to go through almost a mystery to be considered a part of it. I am not a member of that, so I don't know what the mysteries are. I only could tell you what people who have gone through the initiation have told me that which they were allowed to share.
What the
fuckity
fuck?
yeah.
Oh yeah, it's serious.
There's so much.
It's so deep.
When did you guys get it? Well, I'm sure it was at different times, but like, when did you get into this?
So I have to go really far back because so my mom is a professional working musician. She had me when she was 21 years old. So when I saw you singing, I really appreciate it because we're a musical family. Okay.
Oh, dope.
Okay. So my mom had me when she was 21 and she was always doing gigs in the city. And so I spent a lot of time with my grandmother, and my grandmother was 39 when I was born.
Okay.
And I was the only grandchild for about 12 or 13 years. So I didn't really have, and I also was sort of fat and ugly. So I really didn't have a lot of friends growing up.
Oh God.
And I spent a lot of time with my grandparents. And so I would go up to the Poconos, but I didn't have any cousins really to play with. So I was always in the woods, making up weird fucking spirit games and making brooms and cutting hay. And I also wanted to be on Little House on the Prairie. And my great grandma would make me these little satchels. I was making basically mojo bags and spell bags, but I didn't know what I was doing.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Hysterical.
And making witch brooms.
Get the fuck.
As a kid, always. And I remember also being a little girl and going to this flea market in the Poconos and getting all this crystal jewelry. Maybe I was my son's age. She's 11. So I was even younger. I was getting onyx bracelets and turquoise bracelets. So I was really, really into it. But then you do the things that you're supposed to do where I got married, I had kids, and I got this job around the block where I was the head bitch in charge for the village. And I was running all the things and doing all the payroll. And then we got a new mayor, and then he fired me the next day.
Fucking bastard.
So then I was and I loved my job so much because I got this is dorky, but really excited when somebody came in and was I have a pothole on my street. And then I know. And then I filled the pot. I had the pothole filled and they were so fucking happy. And I was oh my God, I made meaningful change in these people's daily lives that I filled their pothole. I'm I am going to make government better. And
one pothole at a time.
No, seriously, fucking potholes and paving is a big deal in government.
I know it is.
And, I got us out of debt. I managed the budget. And then I got fired. And I really liked it. I didn't want to just work for the man, do some bullshit where I was moving papers and whatever.
Yeah.
And then this place, I think I didn't have a paycheck for almost 2 years.
Holy shit.
Yeah, my husband's so patient.
He's
I was
great.
crying on the floor of the kitchen and doing yoga. It was not pretty for 2 years.
So what made you, what is just divine timing?
Yeah, I think, you know what, I started social media is amazing because it like serves you all the things that you're supposed to see, whether you're going to call it like spirit guides or just like a really fucking amazing algorithm. And so I kept like being served with like crystal classes and this and that and the other thing. And so I wound up going upstate by myself and taking a crystal healing course by myself, like in the middle of the Catskills for a day.
That's fucking.
And this woman is now my mentor. She's an author. She's taught here before. She's amazing. And so that's how it all started. And then my business partner and I have the same birthday, month, date, year. And we've known each other forever. We went to college together. We lived in Astoria together. And she also, because we have the same birthday and our birth charts are almost identical, went through the same bullshit where she got fucking fired. And so we're both looking at each other like, what are we going to do? We want to do something together? And then like this place became available.
Get the fuck.
Yeah.
And you? Over
So-
here, Bella?
And you. That's two.
And you.
I was suicidal when I was like 19, 20. And
Way to
I
keep
was-
it light.
Yeah, might as well. I mean, it gets lighter. It gets lighter, I promise.
Okay.
And something prevented me, obviously. And I kept hearing on repeat in the back of my head, you're meant for something greater, you're meant for something greater, you're meant for something greater. And I was like, okay, whatever. And then I went to have a medium reading with one of my mentors now, and the first thing he said to me was like, I don't know if I want to smack you, shake you, or hug you. You're meant for something greater. Why don't you see that? And I started bawling my eyes out because it flashed me back to that. And then he's like, you're so gifted. I don't understand why you don't see that. And then I kind of started getting into it by going to classes and doing all this stuff. I met Dina 5 years ago.
At a book club.
No. This was,
That was the book
no,
club.
that was
pre-book club.
that
Oh, it was the
pre-
Gabby
I did
Bernstein
not like,
thing.
I did not like Dina, but that's okay.
I can believe that. It's impossible.
Did you
How do
read-
you not like me? It's
Did you
bullshit.
read her?
I just like her energy was like all over the place, and it was when she was in government. To be fair, like it was like a little bit too much.
I was getting all the potholes.
That's all she cared about.
Potholes.
Fuck those potholes.
But then, like, fast forward 2 or 3 years later, I came to a book club here, and she said, like, oh, I'm looking for a reader, and a mutual friend was like, Bella's really good at readings, and then I started working here, like, a month later, and then I dove a little bit deeper into, like, spirituality, and then my family line, and I come from a very long line of very gifted people. But we don't talk about it because I'm Portuguese, and Portugal is somewhat sacred because of Fatima. So it's a very underground
Taboo.
Yes, absolutely. Like it's like black magic. Like it's considered black magic in Portugal. If you're spiritual, you're considered a witch. Not even like a light worker or anything like that. It's straight up just a witch.
You're just. Would you guys consider yourselves like? Is that the correct terminology?
I think so. That's deep, right? That's like one of those things where people are starting to claim the word witch to like sort of change the feeling behind it. So even like, again, I keep like hate bringing up TikTok, but like, it's like, I'm a baby witch, I'm a this witch, I'm a that witch. But
Yeah.
I am now leaning into magician.
I like magician.
Oh, interesting.
I like magician.
Yeah, I like it.
Ceremonial magic is really rooted in much deeper practice. And I think because I'm Italian and I have a Catholic background,
Yeah.
the ritualistic aspect of ceremonial magic is very attractive to me,
Okay.
you know? But yeah, which
His dick is big. If anybody wanted to know.
Yeah, but that also could be a sign from Raphael.
that.
Yeah.
What does Raphael do?
He's the archangel. Isn't he the medicine guy? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's like whenever like you hear certain things, especially like horns and stuff like that, I always take it as a sign that like what we're saying is like it's
True.
like it's like validation. Like if I'm in a reading and a phone goes off and they like swore they put it on silent, like I just say like that's a sign that like everything that's going on should be happening.
Got it. Oh, all right.
Yeah.
All right. So maybe his dick's not big.
I mean, probably.
I mean,
like,
probably.
also.
Let's be serious.
I mean, no, it's small because
it's small.
It's a small one.
Yeah, yeah.
Whatever.
So you like ritualistic magic?
I do.
Give me an example.
All right. So, for example, Okay, so magic really is psychology.
Okay.
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 So it's about knowing yourself, knowing your triggers, knowing how you respond to the energetic environment around you, whether it's people, whether it's weather, whether it's the astrology, whatever it is, and then how you navigate yourself through the world without having those huge swings that makes us like sort of fucked up.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, so if we can sort of ease and relax into the flow of what's happening around us without getting triggered and popping off all the time, we have a much easier experience.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So magic really is, and the ceremony is really an aligning of yourself with the universal energies to steady and anchor yourself into your place in the universe, which is infinite. So you're empowering yourself to move forward with grace and ease and flow in everything that you do.
So that you're not, like when shit does hit the fan, you're not at an imbalance?
Right. But shit always hits the fan because
Right.
it's a continuum of energy. Okay, I'm not going to start the love and hate thing. Hot and cold is a measurement of the same energy. Okay? So hot can be hot in the summer can be 100 degrees, and you're like sweating and dying. When it's February and it's 60 degrees, you're like in fucking tank tops walking down the street because you're like, it's so fucking hot out.
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean? So like, where's the delineation of when hot ends and cold begins? It really depends upon the person, the circumstance, and the perspective. So I think where people get tripped up, I think in their psyche, in their triggers, is that hot and cold, same thing. Love and hate, same energy.
Yeah.
Right?
And it's also who's to say what's right and wrong. Like, who's to say that you love someone or you hate someone? It's like, what's negative and what's positive? Who are you to say what's negative and positive?
Yeah.
Because I can take something as being negative, but you can take it as being positive. So are we wrong?
Right.
Or are we right? Like,
right.
who's right, who's wrong? But what does it matter?
But it's ultimately the same energy. And the quote unquote positive, we don't like using positive and negative.
Because it's too
We
binary.
use preferred and non-preferred.
yes.
Okay.
Okay, so because what you prefer and what you don't prefer is going to be
Subjective.
different. It's all
Correct.
subjective, right?
Got it.
So it's like that energy. They always have to exist at the same time, right? You can't get the heads of a coin and not have the tail. They come together.
Got it. Okay.
Okay. So it's that realization that it's just the totality of the energetic experience that's created for us to learn our life lesson and how we move through that energy. And sometimes you're going to prefer it and sometimes you're not, but it doesn't last forever. And you just move through it
Right.
instead of hanging on to it and creating all these triggers.
Because hanging on fucks you up more.
Yeah. The more
Right.
you tighten, the worse it is.
So like when things happen, whether preferred or non-preferred, you just have to kind of let them
It just
happen.
is.
It just is.
Well, it's like
Yeah.
the ocean. When you go into it and there's a rip current, if you fight against it, you're going to drown. If you relax against it and you allow the wave to take you, you swim to the side, right? And then you can come out on the other side. And you're going to be tired, you're going to be banged up, and you're probably going to shit your pants a little bit because you almost died. But you didn't, right?
right. You didn't drown.
That's the experience, is that, but did you die? No, you didn't. You learned some shit.
you
Now don't
die?
do that again. Next time, check.
Right.
But if you freak out and you start swimming in that spot where that rip current is, you're going to get tired. You're going to drown.
Got it. Okay. And so, because I do think, like, again, I am just starting to like dip my toe in all this stuff. And I've always wanted like a mentor, like to find somebody to teach me all this shit. But I feel like the word magic or like that type of stuff just has such a negative connotation when realistically,
It's
I
psychology.
mean, it's like, yeah. Like, who's to say it's negative? Like, I see it as positive. I love magic.
yeah.
I don't go as like textbook and deep like that. I feel like being like a Pisces, I just like feel it. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like, she's a magician. I just am.
Right.
Like, I just feel it. Like,
Right.
I don't like, plus I don't like titles, but like, I just feel it. Like, I just am. Like, if you were just to ask me, like, who are you? I just am.
You just are.
Yeah.
This is so fucking deep.
It's so deep.
It is.
No,
It
it's
is.
deep.
It really
it's
is.
deep. But like, I think, we get trapped in controlling because then we feel like we're in control, but really it's the control that keeps us in control even though we're out of control.
Yeah, we're out of control and we want to control that out of control.
Yes.
Wow.
And then that's when you get anxious.
Yes.
And- right.
Like, it's like Morris, like, you got anxious, but like we didn't.
Right.
And we always feel him.
You feel him.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I say good morning. Like, when I open up shop on Saturdays, I like run up here, like turn off the lights. I knock on the doors before coming in and say good morning, Morris, and all of that. So he knows we're here.
Fucking awesome.
And then we say good night when we leave.
Can you guys tell? I know we're like going everywhere, but that's fine. Can you guys tell when it's a not so good entity?
I tend...
Well, no,
It's
because you
hard-
didn't.
it's
You
hard
thought the little
because
boy was.
I didn't think it was a little boy. I thought it was a little thing. Like,
Right.
and it was like a small little thing. That's all I felt. I didn't see like a person. I just felt like something come by me, and it was little.
And it was tiny.
Yes. And then when Sam came in, she said it was a little boy. And I'm like, okay, like in my brain, because I'm in my ego, little boy, it's the same thing.
Right.
And
So-
our brains want explanations
Yes,
for everything.
absolutely.
Right? We don't like not knowing shit.
Right.
We haven't like survived on this earth
I mean, one
for
time,
this long without making fucking patterns out of stuff. That's just what our brains do.
Yeah, we do.
We do that.
one Friday night, her and I were doing
Oh,
the
God.
sale,
Oh
right?
my God, this is horrible.
And it was in the middle of the sale. I stand behind the counter and she's in front of the camera. I do my thing and we have a camera here pointing into this room. I happen to put my hands like on my face and then I quickly glance at the camera and I see Morris coming by. And I was like, oh my God, I'm not going to freak out because we're live and there's people. I'm just didn't see it. It's okay. Didn't tell her anything because I didn't want to freak her out. And then she was going towards the front door. And
You were up here, and
I
I
was
was
up here.
cleaning downstairs, getting everything ready.
And she was going towards the front door and she saw Morris come in the front door.
Like trying to like come in like as if he was starting the work. And I ran up here, I was like, oh my God, Morris just tried to come into the store.
and then I was like, I saw him on the camera. And it was like such like, he made himself known to us that night for some reason.
And it kind of, when you're in your, like you said, when you're in your ego, it's still kind of like, is a little jarring.
Yeah,
always
absolutely.
jarring.
Because like if I'm in my soul, let's
always
be serious.
jarring.
Yeah, it's
Be real.
always. Yeah, when you're in your human ego self, it's like, oh my God, I'm not supposed to see that. But like if you really connect to your soul, like when I do readings, I'm completely in my soul. I'm in my heart. So like if I see like your spirit guides, if I see your guardian angels, like that doesn't faze me.
Because that's...
It's like my soul knows that's normal.
Right.
But like I'm legit working and I happen to look at the camera and I see like a man, he was tall in a suit, like a long suit, just walk across the screen and I was like, oh fuck. Oh fuck.
But now here's my question. Him being here, does that mean that he hasn't like graduated?
I have mixed feelings about this.
It's like
I
a
think
loaded question.
It's difficult.
Yeah.
First of all, like how does one ever know that? Number one. Number
Right.
two,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I think we get stuck on the idea of time and time being linear. And
Right.
time, we know through quantum physics that it is not.
Right.
Right.
Okay? So literally, Morris could be fucking existing in his world while we're existing in ours simultaneously.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It's so fucking...
I believe in that.
Right?
Crazy.
Like that's Doctor Strange best actual Marvel. I don't know if you're into the Marvel universe.
yeah, a little
but
bit.
Doctor Strange is the best one. 'Cause
Never
that's
seen
like real fucking life. You gotta watch that one.
I'm going to have to watch it.
Best one.
I do love all of that. Like all of this ties in.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because people don't realize that, like, even with tarot cards, like, I'm obsessed. You guys know I always come here for fucking tarot cards and crystals or whatever. And, like, I feel like I can't even really tell too many people because they just get so fucking freaked out by all this stuff. Like,
Yeah.
Because
I love it though.
Because it's
Tori knows I'm
taboo
like, every
still.
time I see Tori, I'm like, do a reading on me. What kind of readings do you do, Bella?
I do oracle and I do like okay. I read your energy and I use the cards as distractions because if I'm looking at you,
Okay.
I'm reading your energy, and if I say, I know this, I know this, I know this, you're going to get freaked out. That's why I say, I feel, I see, instead of like, I know.
Okay.
Like the girl in the back, I'm sorry, I don't know your name. Christy. Like, I feel like you're extremely lost in your life right now.
Oh shit.
Yes. And it's okay because it's not that big of a deal. Like, it's just life. Stop taking it seriously. Just go out and have fun.
Damn.
Just go, like, you have nothing to lose by having fun. It's life. It's literally just an experience.
And after all of this, it means nothing.
It
like
means
your
nothing
soul,
and everything.
Right.
Your soul graduates, and if you learned your lesson, that's great. If you didn't, guess what? You got to repeat it again.
Come back.
So you might as well learn the lesson, try to make the best of every single day, and that's it.
But the hard part is like figuring out what that lesson is sometimes.
You'll know.
You know. Mine is self-worth and self-love.
Mine
Okay.
too.
Yeah.
But I think that's a lot
That's
of our, that's
yeah,
most
That's
of our
like
lessons.
most.
That's-
Yeah.
I mean, but keeping in mind, everybody, as somebody that works in healing modalities, like I lay crystals on the physical body, I get into people's energy. Reading energy, actually, if you're aware, as Belle said before, everybody can do it. You could read people's energies. You can know. There's so many things that, like, it's like you have such a huge electromagnetic field emanating from your heart, and if you push it out, you can connect with other people's hearts, and you just know stuff.
Yeah.
And it's just because you could read the energy. It's like bats, when they fly, they have like the echo whatever location.
Echolocation.
You could do that with your with hearts and get into everybody's energy. But I don't even know what the fuck I was going to say. That's terrible. But
All right, think about that. But like, have you guys ever walked into a room and felt like, oh my God, I don't want to be here?
Yes.
You're reading someone's energy. There's someone in that room that's like making you feel that way. Or have you walked into a room and like, oh, this feels like home? The apothecary feels like home.
Yeah. Yeah. I love both of your vibes. Like, you know what I mean?
thank you.
Thanks.
We try real hard to have a good vibe.
I mean, I saw you on TikTok and I was like, she's fucking awesome. Like,
I try. Tell it to my kids.
Sold,
They know you're awesome.
They know.
But now you, I can tell because you can pick up on the energies.
Yeah.
You're very like...
I stand back, and I've been told numerous times that I'm heavily protected because I do have like a goal in this lifetime. So like there's been a lot of experiences that I probably should have died in. Like
in life.
In life. Like I got myself in some sticky situations that probably, but I'm so protected that they're like, no, like you're not doing that. Cut the shit. I mean, one day it's going to run out. Let's be serious. But like I have such a big presence and I'm very protected. So it's like if someone has told me like, oh, you have a curse on me, I'm like, sure, I don't believe you, but okay, because I'm so protected. I know like my people have my back.
Yeah. Like your people, like your guides.
Yes.
Damn.
And then your ancestors.
Yes.
Right? Your ancestors is your first line of defense.
My grandma is literally, if like I ever get a reading, my grandma is the first person people meet. Whenever I get Reiki, my grandma literally lays a ton of blankets on me. And like people are like, I have to pull the blankets off, like your grandma. And
That's
like I mentally tell, like when I meet someone new, like for a reading or something like that, I mentally say, Grandma, please take a step back. It's okay. I want to do this.
I just got chills. Just got fucking chills.
Yeah.
And you need to work with your ancestors because they have such a vested interest in your success and your growth. And, I've had a hard time with this because, there are like my paternal grandfather didn't necessarily care for him so much in this life. Like he wasn't like the grandpa that was going to give me cookies and I was going to sit on his lap. He probably had fucking PTSD from World War II. You know what I mean? Like he was really loud and I was always really afraid of him. But as my grandfather in spirit, there's like no better person for me to call on.
That's my grandfather.
For being protected and just like literally like knowing that like I own this business with Danielle. My grandfather was always an entrepreneur, always owned his own business, always like made money and made it happen. Like I know I come from that lineage.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Super important.
It is. I've been seeing my grandmother a lot in like meditation. Like she just shows, she doesn't say anything, but the other day I was meditating and like she popped in, smiled. and then I could feel my like when you're like in that meditative
Yeah.
state and you don't know what the fuck is going on, but I felt my smile come, and then that kind of brought me to, and I was like, fuck. So I think she's there, definitely.
They're always there, though.
Yeah.
It's kind
And a lot of times it's just they're there to like comfort you, not even like a message. Like my grandma says no words to me. My grandfathers both have passed, and legit, they're worried about everyone else in my family, especially like my cousins, so they don't come hang out with me.
that's a thing too, right?
Yeah.
Do spirits who have passed on, like ancestors, do they visit certain? I had a medium say like spirits are attracted to like more of like the pure souls, if that makes sense. Not like attracted, but like I guess if you're more open, they come to you more.
Well, maybe the way you're vibrating, because
Maybe to make themselves known, because my brother has legit both my grandfathers like in his back pocket. He might not know that, but like because he's such like a little rebel, that's who protects him.
Got it. Okay. So
And like he doesn't believe in any of this. He calls me a witch all the time.
but he like
Yeah, he does and he doesn't. In my immediate family, everyone has a gift. They just choose not to use it.
got it. Okay.
Even like my niece.
Out of fear.
My sister completely out of fear. My brother out of just not believing in it.
Okay.
My dad, he gets premonitions and he can't change them, so he doesn't tell us about them.
Fuck.
Yeah. But like I was
That's
in
scary.
So I was in Pittsburgh
like-
for work, and then one day he like woke up and he turned to my mom and was like, Bella's coming home. This was a Monday. And my mom's like, you're crazy. Like, there's no way. And he's like, no, she's coming home. That Wednesday I called my mom like, hey, I'm coming home. And all she said was, do you want Daddy to come fly in and drive you home? And I was like, no, I'm good. It's a 5-hour drive. It's no big deal. I'll be home soon. And then like maybe 3 weeks later, I was talking to my mom at the dinner table and I was like, why were you so nonchalant about me coming home? Basically, I like picked up my whole life and like came home. And she's like, oh yeah, Daddy had a premonition.
Does he get bad premonitions sometimes?
Yeah, absolutely. But he can't control them. So
Yeah.
it's like he doesn't tell
I
us.
just shit my pants.
He doesn't
That's
tell
heavy.
us.
Like
Yeah.
on your
Yeah.
soul too.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I feel like especially my dad was crucified in a past life. This is going to go into another thing, past lives, for having a gift so he doesn't tell us. So I think that weighs heavy on his soul.
Shit.
Where like me, I feel like, I mean, we have a shirt that says we are the granddaughters of the witches you didn't burn.
I love that.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
there's some people who can remember their past lives, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever done
you
any
guys?
like?
I have like a love-hate relationship with past lives, because I think that people have a lot of pain, right? People need control. They want to have control over their lives. And so they look for answers and validations or reasons why they're feeling this hurt and this pain. And I think there is a desire to sort of like look into these past lives to be like, this is why I'm who I am today. And like, there is some of that, but also, so it's like, again, like everything in life, it's like meaningful, but meaningless at the same
Right.
time.
I know.
Right?
And you can be dealing with karma from your past life.
Right. You can.
Absolutely.
In
But
this one.
Yeah, I think that, look, this whole game, like this whole life game, it's just like really meant to be joyful and to have experience. I really
Yeah.
think that
Yeah.
like joy is the birthright, but I think that we get like all stuck,
Yeah.
First
Yeah.
of all, because, I actually heard like one of our teachers, Dr. Michael Lennox, talk about this, when we're in our mother's wombs, every need is met before it's even formed as a need. We don't feel hunger. We don't feel worry. We're not ever uncomfortable. We're just, for the most part, everything is anticipated. And then there's this like rapture where like we're ripped from the warmth and there's this separation. And I think that we always carry with us like this wound of transitioning from this beautiful, floaty, ethereal place
Yeah.
of protection to like this sort of stark, unprotected world. And it seems like it's such a transition. And it's
Like we're thrown to the wolves.
yeah, but even like our first gasp of life is a cry.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, it's really deep and beautiful.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, I'm gonna start like doing like this like creepy like book name dropping. I'm sorry, but there's also like this woman, Dr. Carolyn Elliott, that does this beautiful work, and she talks about it's called existential kink, which sounds like really dirty, but it's about how we put ourselves in these situations that we sort of like get off on, even though we don't realize that we hate them.
Absolutely.
Like we think we hate them, but we really like get off on the feeling of being like treated like shit in a relationship or like all that stuff. And like that's why I say like the magic, the self-awareness, it's all psychology. It's all knowing yourself, knowing your triggers, knowing your stories, and like really doing that digging and that work.
That's what magic does, though, right? It gives you because this book that I said I was reading, it said like magic gives you the revelations that you fucking don't normally have.
Yeah. I want to add something about past lives. I feel like people, like when they get past lives readings and like do past lives, they blame what they're going through now on their past lives. Or like they blame like their birth chart on like why they can't, I don't know, achieve X, Y, and Z.
Guilty.
Yeah, but
What's
it's
your-
like, what's your sign?
what's your sign?
What's your sign?
I'm a Cancer sun,
Okay.
a Taurus moon,
Oh Lord.
Oh, okay.
and a Cancer rising.
Oh my Lanta.
Okay.
So one of my issues, I had like an astrologer do like, you know, the whole kit and caboodle. And she said that like self-love is my journey. You know, that's like my biggest lesson or whatever. And then she said that my relationships, while like my romantic relationships are a little bit, I don't want to say tumultuous. I don't want to use tumultuous, but my relationships teach me a lot of lessons, and they're very difficult. She's like, not that you're never gonna find somebody, but there's always gonna be like some sort of.
You're not learning the lessons though. You're repeating
Patterns.
lessons.
Right.
And you're not learning them.
Go off, sis. Yeah.
Yeah. Like it's like the universe is saying, all right, Tori, we're going to give you somebody. Let's see if we learned your lesson. And Tori, what does Tori do? The exact same thing again.
Failed that test.
And then failed.
It's true, Tor.
So then the universe is like, okay, Tori, you say you learned your lesson. Let's try it one more time.
Fuck.
So that's fine. Like your relationships can be that, but learn the fucking lesson and let's move on.
Right.
I have one of the trickiest birth charts because a lot of my big planets are in the 12th house, which is like the house of unknown. And it's in Pisces, which is like the unknown sign. So how my sun is Pisces, my moon is Pisces, and my rising is Aries. My sun and my moon are in the 12th house. How do you describe the unknown in the unknown? How do I describe emotions in the unknown with the unknown? You don't. You feel.
There you are.
You feel. That's why I feel.
What about you?
I'm the best sign of the zodiac.
Oh,
which
God.
is
No,
Libra.
she's not. She is not.
That's something Such would say. Who's
As a Libra says.
Right.
So Libra sun, Leo moon, and a
There's
Cap. The Leo moon is like that queen energy. Like when I
Yeah.
get real comfortable, I'm like,
I'm a Leo moon too.
bring me all the presents and the devotion. And then a Cap rising. So that's the workhorse. That's the workaholic. That's the like the planning and the getting shit done. I love astrology. I know nothing about the houses. Whenever we talk about astrology, I'll like turn to my business partner Danielle and be like, what do I have again? She'll be like, it's because your North Node is the da-da and the da-da. I'm like, I don't fucking know what that means. Like, and I'll tell you, I don't really give a fuck.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, she doesn't use it. I did have this on silent.
See?
That
See,
is
I don't give a
weird.
fuck. See?
Yeah. See?
Amen, hallelujah.
Yeah. I don't give a fuck like that I'm the Pisces in the 12th house because like it's like people are like, who are you? And I'm like, I'm me. And I just feel it.
Right.
Like, that's who I am. Like, that doesn't hold me back from living my life. I just am.
You just know what.
Exactly. I don't use the excuse that, like, I don't know, Venus is in whatever, and, like, that doesn't matter.
Right. People
It
put
just
too
is.
much. Like, do you think, like, people put too much
Emphasis on it.
Yeah,
And
because
they use it as an excuse, and it's stupid.
Like, I'm an asshole because I'm in this. No, it's you're an asshole because you're an asshole. Like,
Correct.
it's like very easy.
Yeah.
You're an asshole because you're an asshole.
Right.
But because, look, every fucking relationship that we have, whether with romantic, our parents, our friends, our work relationships, are all mirrors of ourselves.
And you signed contracts with every single person that comes into your life.
romantically?
All of it.
Why did I sign those contracts?
Because it could be a lesson you have to learn, Tori.
It is. It's yes.
You're not listening either. But like it's just something you have to learn. And it could be something like karma. Like you guys have to figure something out so you can move forward.
Yeah.
I know it's a bummer, right?
Well, I think it's, you know what it is? I'm at the point where I'm seeing the patterns in certain people and situations, and I'm realizing it happened because I don't set clear boundaries with people, and I let people kind of use me as a
All right,
doormat.
but why do you feel that you don't have the agency to set boundaries, and where in the past maybe the way you were raised, was it deemed unacceptable for you to have firm boundaries because it wasn't seen as something that you were allowed to do?
Before you answer, this is a little side note. You said I think. When you say I think, you're in your ego. She used feel. I use feel.
Okay.
We're in our soul.
Okay.
So when you're talking about yourself, start the sentence with I feel, because that will drop you out of your head and into your heart.
Ooh, I felt that.
Yeah. So that's something I teach every single student I have. That's something that I tell them when they're like, I think, stop thinking and start feeling. That will drop you out of your ego and your head and bring you into your soul, and actually it will deepen your spirituality.
I feel.
Yeah, I feel.
But I feel like you create boundaries with, like, you know how to create boundaries with your friends and your family. I think it's your romantic relationships that you have a hard time.
Only my romantic relationships.
But there's a
Creating
lesson
boundaries.
in there.
Right.
You have to. Who are you more vulnerable with?
The romantic person.
Listen, I hate that word. It makes me.
Or why do you also love being walked all over?
Right. I'm a sadomasochist.
No, I mean, you know, because we have all of these ideas of our self-worth and who we are, who we think we are. And then we start getting into these relationships with people that mirror back to us what we and who we think we are.
Yeah.
So if we, feel that we're not worthy or that we, are pieces of shit. I don't know why I had to say it like that. Shit. And we have to get walked all over because really you get off on being walked over because it fulfills that thought that you have in your head that you're not worth X, Y, and Z.
You know what it is? Not to make this completely about me right now.
But it's your show, so.
Yeah, it is.
Well, fuck it. You know what it is? It's not that I necessarily get walked all over.
No.
She's like the first responder and everything.
Oh, no.
So she knows all about. It's that I don't give my love to people that are reciprocal. I give my love to people that do.
I feel like Tori's a healer, and I feel like people who need to be healed are drawn, like your ex. She had a lot of like trauma in her life. Like she just needed.
Okay, that's fine. So that should be a client.
A what?
And a client.
I should get paid.
Like a client. Like she
Oh,
should
a
get
client.
paid. Yeah, sorry. Like she should get paid to heal her. If a relationship should be someone that adds value to your life.
Yeah.
She's so right.
Yeah.
And like you want an equal.
Yeah.
You want someone that gives 100% like you give 100%. If someone's only giving 50 and you give 100, how is that a relationship?
100's
not.
At 100. No pun
It's
intended.
not.
But
Yeah.
That's
Exactly.
it. That's my issue. Is I give. It's not that I necessarily get like I'm not a battered, bruised. I mean, I am a little bit.
No, you're.
But I give more always than the other person.
Stop looking for a wounded person. Why don't you want... See, like what I'm getting is that you don't want someone who's whole or healed, because then that's going to make you even more vulnerable, because then there's no one to fix. And then what does Tori do?
Right,
Where's Tori? Like,
Right, because
what's
if
going on?
somebody's whole, then you have to be really vulnerable with them.
That's disgusting.
Because that's... I know. I talk about vulnerability in relationships all the time with Bella. And it's so scary.
I like, it makes me like, my nerve. Yep. All the time. Like whenever she says that, I'm like dying on the
especially
inside.
when you've been
Vulnerable
hurt.
in
It's very
relationship.
hard
They
to
need
be
see
vulnerable.
all the disgusting parts of you. Like the worst possible shit. And so if you're not ready to be completely vulnerable, then you don't have to be when you're always fixing somebody else, because then they're not going to look at you when you're fucking bullshit.
My core. That's
And you're a
that's it.
Cancer.
Right.
And Cancers never want to be out of their protective shell.
Right.
They don't want, like, all Cancers ever want to not be, the one thing that they don't want to be is fucking vulnerable.
That's disgusting.
They want to be in their crab
Disgusting.
shell.
I get it.
Protected.
Yeah. Yeah, I get it. I think it's like a water sign thing.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like
yeah.
we hate it. Like
Yeah.
we rather go like deep into the water and just forget it all.
Yeah.
And let's just like keep swimming.
Yep. Just keep swimming. That I think you're right.
I'm a Scorpio.
I think you're both right.
But I mean,
I get it.
You know, keep in mind too, this is the practice of getting in these relationships and allowing the relationship to be the mirror to yourself, and then doing that work and doing the analysis of how you were in the relationship and being like, okay, so I see how I was sort of here. And like that's the magic.
Yeah.
Is like that figuring out and the self-awareness and the being awake to the whole fucking thing.
That's the magic.
It's the awakeness.
God, I love this shit.
It's lots of fun.
This is, yeah, it really is.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm not going to lie, having someone like Dina in my life that calls me out on my bullshit helps a lot. So you have,
She's, yeah.
maybe you need to hang out with Dina some more. You'll be all the time. And disgusting is like a word I say at least once or twice an hour.
I definitely need some, like, bullshit. I mean, she definitely calls me out, though. Definitely.
I mean, I'm not afraid to tell the truth.
No, especially to me. But, like, like,
You gotta journal. You gotta, like, when I get really triggered around stuff,
thank you.
I really journal about it, about my triggers. I'm like, why am I feeling this way? Like, and some of my triggers, like, I don't care to be vulnerable with everybody and talk about, because, like, you know, like a 12-year-old really pisses you off. I'm a grown-ass woman. I shouldn't be so triggered by a 12-year-old, but sometimes it happens.
Joelle, leave him alone.
Or like my stepson, I'd be like, that fucking kid is on my last nerve. So, you know, I go and I try to be like, what is it about this human interaction that's really like enraging me, that's getting me so emotional? Why? Or like when somebody triggers you, like, you know, it's so funny. Like you see people on TikTok or Instagram, or whatever, and you know, like you don't even know that person, but like just their face, you're like, fuck that person. But like, why?
Exactly.
Like, why is that person's face pissing you off so much?
Right.
Like, what is it about the way that person presents themselves into the world that is so abrasive to how you hold yourself in the world that is making friction?
I've noticed one thing I've come to realize is like those people that I want to punch in the face, I want to punch them in the face because not that I'm like jealous of them, but like they're exuding a confidence that I know I never have.
But you have that within you. It's just tapping into it.
I think it's such a bullshit story because you're sitting here and I feel like you're so confident.
Yeah, absolutely.
I do have confidence, but like
not their quote unquote their confidence.
Right.
What the fuck is their confidence?
You have it in you. It's just bringing it out. Have you heard the phrase "fake it till you make it"?
yeah.
I mean, let's be serious.
Yeah,
what are you
yeah.
doing?
Right. I need you in my life.
Like nobody even fucking knows. It's
No
fine.
one knows. Like, I literally didn't want to do this. I'm not gonna lie. I hate this.
She hates being on
hate
camera,
being on camera.
talking.
Yeah, I
I
hate
feel
it
like
all.
you've opened it, like from the beginning.
Oh yeah. When I get comfortable,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like a floodgate.
Yeah.
Like, welcome to my world. I do that with coaching. I do that with clients all the time. It's like, once I'm comfortable with you, it's like a complete, like, I'm able to get you to level up because you also bring down your guard. My guard's down. I'll tell you everything, and I'll show you how to do all the things I do.
That's fucking. I mean, I would totally do it.
Yeah.
It's kind of fucking scary, though.
Yeah.
What's the worst thing that's going to happen? Both of you. What's the worst thing that's going to happen?
You'll be vulnerable.
But
how else are you going to level up if you're not vulnerable?
you're right. God, I hate that. You're right. But like, do you get vulnerable a lot?
Sometimes I have to beat it out of her.
What are you talking about?
I mean,
I don't know. What would you say about that? I mean, I am.
it depends. I feel
it's hard. Like I am vulnerable. I am very okay. So like you're a fucking creator. I'm a content creator, right? Yeah. I have a thing with my content creation where I will show up like with my glasses out of bed with no makeup on in my pajamas, like looking like a disgusting mess, because I want to show everybody that connects with me that like this path is real. That I'm not like I'm not. I mean, I'm old. It's fine, but not.
She's not
perfect. Old. That like. Life is real and it's messy and it's beautiful and the beauty is in the mess and the interaction, right? Mm-hmm. The quality of our relationships defines the quality of our lives. And so, that's really, so that's so important to me. But also at the same time, like I'm a guarded, I guess, and protected person just because what?
I was going to say you're very vulnerable with someone like me because like you and I have that different type of relationship.
Yeah.
If you guys ever come in on a Saturday, like her and I will sing the same exact part of the song all the time.
So you guys are tuned into it?
Yeah,
we say the same things all the time. It's just weird.
This kid didn't want to work with us because he said that we don't really communicate out loud.
We say like 2 words to each other and have a full conversation and like we know exactly what we're doing.
Yeah. And
so it's weird.
Yeah.
So like, yes, I'm extremely vulnerable with her, which is hard for me because I hate being vulnerable. Yep. And recently, I want to say within the last month, I've been extremely vulnerable with my other friends because that's the only way I'm going to grow. I don't rely on anybody. It's just me against the world.
Which is a trauma response.
Yes, absolutely. I completely agree. I don't tell anybody anything, and I have a smile on my face all the time, and I make pretend everything's perfect. Up until like maybe 2 months ago, then I started to allow more people in. And now it's like, my life's a fucking disaster, but that's okay. We're moving forward. It is what it is. What am I going to do? Dwell on something that I can't control? No.
Right. It's kind of like leaving it up, like you said, kind of just letting it happen as it's going to happen.
Look, there's all sorts of things. Like we hate, both of us, accepting gifts. Oh my God.
Disgusting.
Oh my God.
Or compliments.
Oh
please
my
don't
God.
tell me.
Oh my God.
Like I'm pretty. That's disgusting.
Don't bring me all right, alcohol, yes. Bring alcohol all the time. But somebody like this fucking girl bought me like 87 Christmas presents.
I don't think I did.
Oh my God. So
I
many
bought you
Christmas
one.
presents. No, you didn't. So many fucking presents. Like presents before Christmas. It was like Hanukkah and Christmas. And I was like, it was so many presents. And I'm like, oh my God. She owns my soul.
So
I accepted all these presents.
Oh, and then my birthday came around and she bought me 95 presents.
Because
so
I had to make
her.
restitution. Restitution, right? Like so uncomfortable. I was like, all these fucking presents. Like, why are you giving me all these presents? Like,
and I'm the type of person that like, okay, Christmas is coming, but if I get you a gift and it's wrapped, here you go, Merry Christmas.
I'm so mad. I'm like, I don't want that
I
right
can't
away.
if even like stupid little things, like I'll get her mascara and she's like, and I'll just like put it in her bag. I wouldn't even tell her. Like it's just like.
It's like presents.
That's
like
how I'm like that too, actually. I hate taking gifts.
Yeah, it's uncomfortable.
No, because it's like you're vulnerable.
Yeah.
And all you have to say is thank
vulnerable.
you.
Right, thank you.
But like it's weird.
Like I don't deserve it.
Yeah.
I am the worst.
It's the worthiness that comes out
God.
and you're like,
no, it's horrible.
Yeah.
I know.
That fucking voice in your head.
It's really bad. But it's not real.
But what's that voice?
Real.
Yeah, what's that voice? Is that your ego or your soul?
Ego.
Distinguish that.
Ego. It's gotta be ego.
Are you the voice in your head, or are you listening to the voice in your head? I fucking hate that. That makes me hurt. But if you could hear yourself,
nice.
then how are you hearing yourself? Like you're hearing me and I'm not you.
Okay, were you on a gut me when you thought of this? That's my question
Come on,
to you.
that's the untethered soul. You read that book. Shut up.
Am I still high from yesterday?
No, but you know what I'm saying? Like if you're hearing yourself, who the fuck are you? The hearer or the voice?
Oh, fuck.
Right, you're the
fuck.
hearer.
I'm the hearer.
The voice is just chatter that comes through. It's all fucking nonsense. The voice even talks to itself.
Yeah, it does. It does. But it could be a conversation between your ego and your soul, and you're just listening.
So you have to go into witness posture.
Yeah.
That's up high.
And distinguish the voice of, like, my ego is, like, the short little authority. Like, I'm going to punt him every once in a while.
Oh my God, does he look like the Monopoly man?
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Wait.
But he talks in very short sentence and is very matter of fact, and it's his way or the highway. And then my soul is this little old grandma, and she, like, sings to me. I can even tell when I'm in my soul and in my ego when I write now.
Get the fuck out of
It's
here.
very different.
This is a thing?
I mean, I don't have the Monopoly man and a grandma.
What's your soul and ego?
I don't fucking know. I just get up, my eyes open, and I go, fuck.
Okay, so that... See, that's
Let's
part
get
of
started
my
again.
spiritual coaching. That's is being able to distinguish that, because, like, when you're, like, doing readings and connecting and all that, you don't want to be in your ego, because then you're going to second guess everything you say. So how are you doing a reading if, like, let's say, like, I see a cop. So cop to me is Archangel Michael. So I'll see blue, or not see, because I just feel another weird thing, or I'll know, like, Archangel Michael. So, like, I'll like know blue. I keep saying see because it's just easier to understand. Like, I'll know blue, so I'm like, okay, do you have any cops or firefighters? Because Archangel Michael's making himself known to me.
That's...
Yeah, I know.
So, like, it's if you're in your ego, you're going to be like, what the fuck does blue mean? But why is it Archangel Michael? But why?
Yeah.
How
you
why
always
you
second guess
yes.
it, though. Always.
Yeah.
I mean, there have been so many times that I've been, like, working with people and I get into their energy and I, like, see all sorts. Like, I remember I had this one girl and I saw, like, all of these women dancing around her and almost like this Greek, like, Mykonos environment of white. And I was like, I don't know. I just, like, really, like, saw all these women. They were, like, so happy. They were, like, welcoming you in. And she's like, oh my God, when I was closing my eyes and, like, while you were doing the treatment, like, that's what I saw.
So you were seeing what she was seeing.
Or was she seeing what I was seeing?
Or
Fucking
was
knows?
it just happening around them
right,
and they
who
were
even
both
knows?
witnessing it?
Like, who knows?
It could have
yeah,
been like it happening there and both of them witnessing
Yeah.
it. You don't know.
This is crazy.
And I write it all down now. And now I got so used to it because, like, things come through. I just say whatever.
You just say what you
You just say it, even though, like, my human brain is like, this is some fucking bullshit. Like, what are you doing? Get downstairs, you know?
The key with me, it was a very particular key that she was looking for
God.
during a treatment.
So we're going to put it in her head.
Wait, what happened?
So I had Reiki with her like maybe a month or two ago.
Pause. Wait. Before you did the Reiki, I made my poor husband
yes.
drive to fucking Port Washington to pick up a dozen antique keys that I paid $45 for on, like, an online garage sale that I bid and won. You know, Port Washington from here, worst place to go to.
Right,
like,
right.
so awful.
There's no highway.
There's no highway. Like, it's up and north and whatever, where the rich people are. It's fine. So I'm like, you need to, on like a Friday in the middle of the workday. I'm like, hi, can you go to Port Washington and get these skeletal antique keys that I won for $42? And he's like, you know, like, he's like, on a Friday? I'm like, I need them. I won them. And he's like, all right. So he goes and he gets the keys. He's like, and he brought them to work. I don't even know where I was. And then they, like, showed up. The skeleton.
Oh, it was like Saturday. He dropped them off on Saturday before my Reiki.
Right before the Reiki. So now the keys were upstairs, and now I'm doing Reiki for Bella. Bella's like, I want to do Reiki. I'm like, ugh.
Obviously, she's a great fan of it, guys.
I mean, I love doing it, but it's like an hour. I got to pay attention to the same person. Like, come on. It's tall order. I'm in your energy. Like, let's go. Like, truth be told, I'm like done in 20 minutes. Like,
She bangs some bowls and calls it a day.
yeah. So I'm in her energy, and now I'm like puttering around and doing things, and I'm like, oh. All right, the keys. I'm like, what the fuck? Okay. So I go into my office. I'm like rifling through and I'm like looking through the keys. I'm like, not you. I don't know who. What is it? What key? And I grab the key. I go back into the room and I fucking put it in her bun. Like, And then what happened when I put the key in your head?
It like there was like pressure on it. There was pressure there, and then like I feel like something like I don't know, like it just went. Like I don't know. I don't know.
What went?
It just went. Like it felt like it opened, like my crown chakra.
Get the fuck.
Yeah, and now I have the key on my car keychain.
So
It's crazy.
So you knew.
I don't know what I know. It's just I get the key.
She needed that particular key.
Get the fuck out of here.
I have a crazy story about a key, actually. So I have a cousin, first cousin, that was possessed by a demon.
Did you live in the attic?
No.
Wait, how
like,
did you get possessed?
I don't know. She was like maybe 14, 15. So she had an exorcism, and the priest gave her a key. And she has to wear this key on her. And every time that she would go out with a key, they said that she would go back to like the possession.
Wait, if she doesn't have the key,
She like becomes possessed again. So like the key, like I guess locks the demon in her or something.
Listen, people have walked in with some fucking shit on them.
Yeah.
Like I had one lady and she had a generational curse. Like somebody, remember when I told you before about transactional deities? So her family must have been in a tradition where a promise was made that she might not have been aware of, and she had some fucking thing, and I don't know what it was, and shit was not going right for her, and she had this thing, and I did her healing session, and maybe this makes me a shitty healer, I don't know. I was like, look, you stay in this lady.
Stay there. Don't come out.
Seriously. I'm like, stay in the lady. And when we got, and I'm like, don't like fucking jump off in here.
You're not welcome.
I'm like, you're
here.
not allowed to like move in.
did it listen to you?
It did. And then when we got done, I go, listen, like you, and I said to her, I was like, you need to figure out what it is that you're supposed to be doing, because something is fucking pissed off that you're not doing the devotion that you're supposed to be doing.
How does she find out?
Fucking start fucking phoning a friend. I don't even know.
Let's go down the ancestors of my life.
Seriously.
That's what you have to do. Figure it out.
There are people that are more powerful and have more understanding than me that can do this type of work.
Yeah.
Like when you get into these closed practices and you go see the godfather or the godmother, they tell you what fucking spirit wants to work with you, and even if you'll be accepted. Like you don't get to be like, I want to work with so-and-so. The fuck no. They pick you.
What?
They pick you.
Mm-hmm.
This is a movie.
They pick you. So like, no.
I'm so enamored.
But so like, it can't be a movie because it's like it's
real.
It's real, but like, then you're like breaking like a contract, and then what's gonna happen?
You're fucked?
Yeah.
So okay. So you're saying like,
if you decide to go down that road, there's only certain things, like she said, that you tell people. And if you go against it, I feel like the heavens would open up and like everyone will come and
it's
like
bad. Like you
eat
can't
you or
fuck around with
something.
shit.
Yeah.
Like, so that's why like you see these like kids do like, I'm gonna worship Lucifer and call on. I'm like, shut the fuck up. Like you don't even know what you're talking about. You're trying to like pass algebra. Get the fuck out of here. Just get the fuck out of here.
so do you think that there's too many people who fuck with things that they don't really know what the fuck they're getting into?
Oh yeah.
And they want to know shit right away. Like people are like, how long will it take me to learn tarot? I'm like, the fuck if I know. I still don't even know it all.
Right.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Forever?
Right. It's a constant growth
I don't know.
and learning.
When do you learn every word in the English language?
Right.
Never.
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 You know, I don't know what to tell you. Like, but I want to like know it now, and I want to like do these. I'm like, I don't know.
It's like the little kids with the Moldavite. Live life. Go fuck it up. I literally ask people, how old are you? When they come in for Moldavite and they're like 16, I'm like, go fuck up life. Leave.
Right.
You have, I only started working with Moldavite maybe when I was 32.
Okay.
That's it. Because like I've lived a little bit of life. Now I want to work with it.
We have Moldavite.
I have it. Like I wear it, but I don't want to do any like crazy shit. It was sent to me by a
I mean, it
I don't
does
know
it
how to
for
work
you.
with it.
well,
You're working with it, whether
you're
or not
working
you
with
like
it
it or
now.
not.
I
It's
got
on
my
you.
Moldavite from here, and I remember asking you about it, and you said you're like, I cried for a year and a half.
I told you.
but
Yeah.
I didn't make any money.
Legit people
but now I
fell
have this
out
story.
of my life Like, I lost a goodly amount of people in my life.
Because of it.
Yeah.
I feel.
But then it brings
Good.
people.
I
Good
feel.
job. Good
I
job.
like it.
Yes, Tori, we're getting there.
I genuinely feel with the Moldavite that I do have, like, that basically everybody that had to get the fuck out
They got the fuck out.
has
Got it, yeah.
Yeah. And,
Absolutely.
And so, like, I was scared because I'm like, am I going to lose people? But, like, you only lose the people that you have to lose.
Yeah.
And so, thankfully, knock on wood, I haven't, like, nobody's gotten out. For me, it's fucked with my sleep.
Are you
Yeah,
sleeping
she's
with
having
it?
vivid dreams.
No. Okay, so
Yeah, I
where
thought you
is
slept
it in
with
your
it under
room,
your
though?
pillow.
okay,
Well, stop doing that.
so no, I don't. Sleep
Oh, you
with it.
don't?
No, not in the at all. So I would put it outside on my dining room table,
Okay.
and for a week, I could not sleep up every single hour, and like my dreams were like ridiculous. So then one day I'm like, let me see, like let me bring it in my room and see if maybe I'll sleep then. And I slept, and I was like, cool. So that worked for a couple of days. And now there was this one night that some weird like vibrating things were happening around my body, like possibly could have been having an out of body experience.
Okay. Happens.
And I woke up from it, like, cause I've it's happened to me before where like I've woken up and I'm like floating and I'm like, what the I hear the buzzing and then pop happens and I'm out of my body. Like,
Yeah.
that's happened to me
Astral
before.
traveling.
Yes. And that started happening, so I was like, fuck this. I don't care if I'm losing sleep. It's going back outside. Like, I want to stay in my body. Like, I'm not ready for that yet.
So, but are you setting intentions before you go to bed? Are you setting the parameters and the rules of your engagement?
See, now we're on a new thing. No, because
New
no.
topic.
There you go. I mean,
Yeah.
Explain, Lucy.
so you
Sorry.
can, no, it's okay. So you can, when you go to bed, you can call back your energy, because I feel a lot of times we leave our energy as we go throughout our day attached to people and places or things. Sometimes if we are thinking about specific memories or times in our lives and we're either like thinking about the future or thinking about the past, we leave bits of our souls sort of around. And so it's a good practice to call your energy in before you go to bed. You know, I sometimes like to say, you know, I call my energy back in that I may have inadvertently left on a person or a place. In the same way I left it, I call back to me. So that way there's no karmic debt, because I'm not like taking something more than what I had, you know?
Okay.
And then before I go to bed, I will, you know, ask for restful sleep. I will ask for, like, maybe I want to ask for information, you know,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, you can ask questions.
Actually,
and stuff.
I've been, before going to sleep, I asked the universe to like send me messages in my dreams for like this situation. Like, I'll say it out loud.
Yeah. I also return, like, I do what Dina does, where, like, you bring your energy back, but then I return the energy that does not belong to me.
Yes.
So, like, I pick up your energy, I'll pick up yours. I picked up yours, sorry. I pick up, like,
sends it
Dina's,
back.
like,
From
and
the
then, like,
same
I, like,
form that you
legit
picked it
send it
back.
back to you at the end of the night.
That's
So it's like,
the
it's not
time to
mine.
send
Why
it.
am I holding on to it? If, like, someone walks in and they're crazy anxious, it's like, probably rude, but like one time someone walked in and they were like crazy anxious. I'm like, you need to take a deep breath. Like, I was like, because you're making me crazy and I can't do it. I can't do it. And she's like, but I was like, just take a deep breath. It's not that big of a deal.
Right,
like,
right.
calm down. So like, I return everyone's energy.
Do you meditate with that, or like it's just something you?
I'm not a meditator.
I don't meditate either.
You don't meditate either?
No, I like to, like, so now I'm going to go back. Like, I do it in cycles. I have a front porch, and on the other side of the street, there's a park, sort of. There's a house and there's parks behind it, and you could hear the ducks and you could hear the tree frogs at night. And so in the morning, I like to sit on my porch and feel the sun and drink my coffee and just breathe and feel the sun and listen to the birds. Like, that's in my present moment.
Yeah.
I don't go into meditation to go up or to go out of my body. I just like to really be in the present moment, and I like to sort of be rooted between my crown chakra, my root chakra. I like to be in my physical body.
Okay. Yeah, me too.
You know,
I don't know why the universe is trying to push me out.
You could be doing
you
it
could do
yourself.
it. The Moldavite.
Well, it's happened before Moldavite for years. It's like
But like that's something that you need to like. Are you wearing black crystals? Are you wearing stuff to ground you? Like that's how you bring it in.
Put grounding underneath your mattress with some black tourmaline.
Yeah.
Again, call in Archangel Michael before you go to bed. I don't feel like doing this float shit. I really need to go to bed. I'm exhausted.
got it.
With the meditating, so I'm very, I guess like we could say new school. With the meditating, I tell like my clients and like that they don't have to sit there with their eyes closed and go into a meditation. If you're walking and you literally shut your thoughts off and just like be in the present moment, that's a form of meditation. If you're on a treadmill, if you're exercising, even driving, that's a form of meditation. I have I'd like a goodly amount of dancers. Go dance for 20 minutes.
I do that.
Feel the music. Like that's a form of meditation. And then sit down and journal for a little bit and see what comes up. That's forms of meditation. You don't have to be the traditional where you sit and you close your eyes. I can do that. Yes, I can. Do I do it? No.
Because you don't have to.
I don't have to. There's other forms of meditation that you can do. I take the train once a week. What do? I am present in that moment. I like do things to make myself come back and like sit in my body. There's other forms of meditation than the traditional close your eyes.
How do you stay like my mind races like all the time?
You have nobody's mind is like that.
You're special.
You must be special. Like your mind is
but
always
how do
racing.
I stay like in the present moment and just like
Just tell your
focus
mind
on my
to stop.
surroundings and my
Just say stop.
I like
I'll deal with this
mantra.
later. I'll deal with this later.
Or
That's what I do.
mantra.
Yeah.
You know, when you have those like conversations with people that happens, like you were still pissed off about that happened like 4 months ago.
yeah.
But you keep like having the imaginary
Replaying
conversation
it.
in your head. Like I would have said, then they would have said, then I would have said. Like, why do we all do that? It's so fucking stupid.
know.
So like and sometimes you don't catch yourself right away. Like it could be like, and then like especially when you're driving, this is my favorite. It always happens when you're driving and your fucking subconscious takes over. You're in some like I said, they said, fuck them. And they would have said, and you're like, fuck you. And the next thing you know, like you drove like 5 miles and you don't even
remember
know.
driving.
You don't remember.
You're like,
all
how
the time.
Like that's
how did I get home
powerful
today?
your subconscious
Yeah.
is that like you didn't fucking die and crash into a tree because some other part of your brain was literally driving while you were having a fuck you fight with something that never happened. When you can catch yourself doing that, you need how I snap out of it is I go to mantra. So for me, I don't want to be called out for culturally appropriating things that do not belong to me. However, I do use the Ganesha mantra, Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. And that's something because it's complicated for me to say. It's not in my native tongue that I could repeat it and no other thought could be present at the same time. That
you
I
have
could
to
say
focus
it.
on
Because I have
that.
to focus on Ganesha is seen as, the Lord of all sort of beings on earth in Hinduism, which is a very old religion, spiritual practice. And I will do that to train my brain. For the longest time, I would also listen to spiritual music that was in a different language because my mind couldn't really attach to it because I really didn't know what was going on to sort of shift my thinking. And I really started to shy away from some of the music that would sort of lower my spirit as much as I would love it. But like 90s metal, probably like that, the best thing for like raising your vibration. You know what I mean?
not.
So like would make sure that I was listening to things that were like uplifting and raising my vibration. And for that like year and a half that I cried and like did yoga in my kitchen and like didn't know what the fuck I was doing. And I was having the same argument with that guy with the mayor that fired me. And then I would have said, fuck, like all fantasy, When I would catch myself, it would get lesser and lesser. And then I would try to keep, flipping that script and go to mantra, go to music and or like get out to walk or get out, move my body and do something different. Yeah. But you have the ability as the witness to your thoughts. That's why I said witness posture. you sometimes like it pulls you. Okay. Say you have this trauma, you have this interpersonal trauma in relationship, and you keep going back to this argument. It's this wound in your heart chakra. And it's fucking living there, and it's cycling, and you keep having these arguments. What happens is that just like when we hurt ourselves, all of our blood cells will run to the cut on your finger. Your body's attention focuses there. Our energy is focusing to the part in our body that's holding that trauma. So when we're having that like cycling, racing thought, and we lose ourselves and we like don't even know how we drove, we're like deep in that memory in the heart chakra, or if it's stuck in the sacral or solar plexus or what have you. We're not witnessing it. We're like almost like reliving it, like energetic like
absolutely.
replay of a movie like on videotape. And that's why that's the present moment. That's what we hope to do with meditation, is to go into witness posture so when this thing comes up, we'll be like, oh, that's just my brain replaying the bullshit story.
Yeah.
Flip. Moving on.
Right.
I feel like in your head, it's a roller coaster, though.
Oh, boy.
It's like literally like up and down, and like you're like literally controlling it. What you have to do, and my mind's like that too, is literally tell yourself, I'm getting off this ride because it's not who I am. And bring yourself back to the present moment. That's how I deal with it.
Yeah, because she'll fucking zone the fuck out. And you'll be like, hello?
Yeah, like even in the middle of a conversation. And it could be the stupidest thing. Something will remind me, and then I'll think of a time of that. And then it's just like a domino effect.
What is that? How is that serving you?
No, it's not.
So why are you focusing on it?
See, because I don't know how to stop.
You
recognize it and say, I'm getting off this ride. You can say it out loud. I've said it out loud. This is not who I am.
Yup.
This is not serving me. Mm-hmm. What am I benefiting from this?
Right.
And bring yourself back into the moment. The hardest thing I also do when I become like that, normally my feet are like crossed and not touching the ground. I make sure my feet are planted on the floor. And like if I can, like I'll take off my shoes and actually feel the floor underneath them
to get grounded.
To get grounded. Go outside, put your feet in grass when you get like that.
Okay, so a couple months ago, I was going through like a little bit of a relationship.
Sound effects are amazing tonight.
And I was like not in a good place, very anxious, and because when you first break up with somebody,
it's awful.
It's terrible.
Your brain is going. And one thing that really helped was exactly what you guys are saying. Like whenever I would catch my thoughts, I would continue like to tell myself, like literally almost yell at myself, okay, get grounded. Like stop thinking these stupid fucking thoughts that are making you anxious, get grounded. And I would just repeat that over and over again and just focus on that phrase. And like it actually helped a lot. I never realized like that it
helps. And you have control over your response.
Yes.
And I think also a lot of times if you don't have the mindfulness and the witness to what's sort of going on, you have all of these thoughts and they create anxiousness. And then the anxiousness creates physical sensation in your body. Mm-hmm. And then you start to feel like your heart race. And then you get that pit in your stomach. And then you're like, oh my God, why is my heart racing? Oh, I'm sick to myself. And then you get into a full-blown fucking panic attack and you're at Good Sam.
Yeah,
right? No, that's what happens to so many fucking people. Mm-hmm. And instead of just being like, there are so many times it's like really interesting. Like, and this happens to Bella as well. Like if, like she said before, somebody comes in, they're really, really anxious because our hearts especially have such a broad electromagnetic field. Sometimes if somebody's having anxiousness, my heart will pick up on that and begin to mirror that heartbeat. Mm-hmm. So if somebody comes in and their heart's like, and all of a sudden my heart starts going, I immediately, when I start to feel my heart start to race, I go, my heart's beating really fast. And then I go, like I literally do like a scan. And it happens like really fast. I'm like, breathing normal.
It's not me.
Right.
It's not me.
Let me take a deep breath, reset my parasympathetic system. Okay, it's not me.
Yeah.
And
that happens in like 0.2 seconds where you're like, that's not me.
Yes.
Who is it?
Just breathe.
There's been one time where I've told her, go take a walk. Like,
Yeah,
one
I was.
time,
And then I
because
had to, sometimes they have to give me alcohol if I get like really amped.
she like one time, I don't know what happened.
You had to give me champagne that day.
Probably. But like she was just like too much, and I'm like, can you go take a walk? Like, I can't deal with you here. And it was coming from her. And like one time she told me like, go upstairs. Like, we feel that from each other, and we know it's each other's energy, so we're able to be like, hey, asshole, you're fucked up. Go figure it out. Go
But
take
it's
care of
getting
yourself.
better now.
Yes.
Where I know when my energy is rotten. Like I know
After we call her out
because
on it.
No,
No.
I know it's rotten before even now. It's getting to the point where it takes me like maybe like 40 minutes. I'll be like, oh wait.
Oh yeah. Wait,
This is my fucking energy. So like it happened last week. Like I just was like real, like, I don't know so okay. Remember we were talking about before about astrology and like, oh, my Cancer sun. That's why I'm always, okay. Right. So there's some of it where it's like, get the fuck out of your way and stop with the nonsense. But also there's this
truth.
energy that happens every single day. It's the energy that we have to sort of make manifest our experience in the world. And it's the same for all of us. Like the energy, the astrological energy of today is the same for all of us. We're all experiencing it. And then how are we taking that? How are we transmuting it? How are we making it manifest in the physical world in our three-dimensional experience? Last week were some shitty, staticky, prickly fucking days.
We all felt it.
Yep.
And
I like called her. I was like, what's going on?
there was some shitty fucking days. And there was one day where I was like, and she was right. It was Thursday maybe?
Yeah.
No, it was Wednesday.
It was Wednesday.
It was Wednesday.
I was in the city,
it was
and I was like,
Wednesday.
I'm fucking done.
And
It's 10 o'clock, and I was like, I want to go home and quit.
It was a rotten.
It was
just
one
like,
of those
it was
days.
like rotten, like prickly energy. And I hate using the word rotten because, it's just non-preferred. We didn't prefer the energy.
Yes.
We didn't die.
No.
Really, come on. But at like 5 o'clock, I had left the store.
I took a nap.
No, and I went to Starbucks. And I didn't even ask anybody else if they wanted anything.
She was rotten.
I did. And I knew that it was shitty that I didn't ask, but I also knew that I needed to get the fuck out of here because I was like miserable and like I was making everybody else, like I was like subjecting.
Like your gift was you leaving.
It
Like,
was the gift.
absolutely.
I did. And I left it. And when I came back, I said to Danielle, I was like, yo, I'm so sorry. I had to leave. I had to get myself like some Starbucks. And she goes, yeah, I felt that. I'm like, I know you did. I was rotten. I was rotten. So that happens. But like, again, it's the self-awareness game to know like
Whose
sometimes it's you.
Right.
And you have to admit that.
It's like Friday, a minute lasted like 45 hours, I feel. It was the longest day of my life.
Just because of
Because of what was going on. It's like I would look at I started work at 7. I would look at the clock. It was like 7:15. And I'm like, I've been here for at least an hour. What is going on? But it's what's going on in the sky.
is it does.
Yeah, but also time has been fucking jumpy.
You think
Here we
This
go.
is the shit that gets said that we say here that like it's so normal to us, and you're like, "What the fuck is happening?"
What do you mean time's been jumpy? It speeds up and then slows down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Yes.
it does. Like there was like so before the fit hit the shan with this COVID situation, one of my teachers, he is an alien. He is a fucking alien. I swear to God, this guy. You've met Lester, right?
Yeah.
Alien. If you ever met him, you'd be like, who the fuck are you and why are you here? He has like 2 teeth.
I love his profile picture. It's like cut off here. He's a very tall man. He's a very tall man.
He's
but
a
it's like
tall man.
such
I don't
a
know
great
whose
soul.
human skin he borrowed. He is so fucking smart. You just sit down and listen to him for 4 hours and you don't even know what the fuck happened.
But it was a great experience.
But it's the best thing. It's like he knows things, like all these triangles all over the place. This is all his alien technology all over the place, okay? And I'll explain to you what it is in a minute. So right around our birthday of 2019, when I say our birthday, because me and my business partner, we have the same birthday.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
we
yeah.
have to say our birthday. I picked Lester up, and he's like, because we were talking, and I have to pick him up in Jamaica, the Queens, not the island. And so I pick him up in Jamaica, and I'm like, Lester, man, like fucking the time. Like it gets like real slow and then it hiccups and it speeds up and like then I can't get anything done. And I feel like it was like the late 2019, I feel like somebody kept like pressing the fast forward button and it was like very slippery, like very fast. And he's like, oh shit, yeah. You know, I've been talking to everybody and I was in tears because I'm getting all these downloads and I'm trying to do all this work and the time is just like not linear and I keep losing all these hours. I'm like, phew, it's not just me. So he's telling me, he's like, yeah, 2020 is he's like, it's like you're he was like started getting into numerology. And I'm trying not to crash the car, by the way. He's like telling me all this. And I'm like, he's like, it's going to be good. He's like, and you're going to do well, but like wait till 2021. You're going to be like catapulted. And it's literally been happening.
Oh, yes. I can't believe it's April.
It's literally been happening. And it's true. No, time isn't real.
March was long, and I felt like it was like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
It's like literally been like the longest
This March?
April. Yeah.
Really?
It's the longest
I
April.
feel like
It's
time's
the
going
longest
so
April,
fast.
and it's the second.
Third. Wait, what happened
It's
last
4,
night?
3, 2, 1. Then the date.
Oh, is it? It's 4,
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. It's the third. See, I don't even know. See, time
is
so
the
fucked
third.
up.
Yeah,
It's
it's the
the
third.
third.
Yesterday I
been
said
the
the
longest
11th,
April
the
of my
11th
life.
to the 14th. I missed 12.
Yep.
I just feel like for me, like time is just like
Yeah, I feel like time's going so
Moving.
fast this year.
I'm like, what the fuck? Like when we all think back to where we were last year around this time,
Yeah.
we were
I was at home.
fucking lockdown.
I did love it so.
I did too.
I did.
Oh my God.
I did. I didn't have to go into the city.
I love a good lockdown.
I know you made us come out of it. Like, I thought we were going to go back. We were like,
I thought we were going to go back too. Yeah.
Because then, like, I knew what it was. So I was like so prepared.
Right.
You know, my husband, Cancer Moon, bought like all the things.
I was better
We had
prepared.
all the Goya black bean soup, the rice packets, and everything.
Okay.
We were
I was
ready.
better prepared for the lockdown that didn't happen than the first one.
We still have residual toilet paper up in here.
Yep.
Don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody
So
that.
if shit goes down, literally, just come here. We have extra.
If I ever need extra toilet
We
paper.
have it. It's not the good kind though, because this building was built in 1880, so it's a single ply scratchy. It's not like the Charmin.
So like my ass is going to be scratched
Yes.
Yeah.
from this. That's fun. That's fun.
It's not Charmin.
It's just toilet paper.
It's just toilet paper.
I wasn't rich. I did not grow up with Charmin.
Oh God.
Scott's. 19 cents a roll. Sometimes we be fancy. We get the pink or the blue. Not so good for the bits, by the way. They stopped making that shit. Thank God.
It scratched the bits.
No, that fucking dye is not good for the self-cleaning oven.
Oh, it was pink.
It was fucking pink and blue, the toilet paper they used
I
to
didn't
match.
know.
You don't remember this? You were so
No.
young.
I don't
remember that either.
You guys, do you,
You
remember
remember
it? Okay, no, they would make, you could get like pink toilet paper or blue toilet paper. Everybody was getting yeast infections and UTIs.
Wait,
from the
how old
fucking
are you?
dye. How do you remember it? See,
you
you,
remember
because you
that?
never had to buy the toilet paper. It just fucking magically showed up in your house.
Her mom must have bought
Somebody summoned it or something.
She also had the little cups
What little?
with the dispenser. That's how I know you were rich.
Yes.
You probably had the one with all the Smurfs cartoons on it too.
No, I did not.
They didn't
We
exist
had
because you're a baby.
Wait, how old are you?
35.
That was such a rude question. I'm so sorry for
It's okay.
asking you that.
We
You're
own our
35.
age.
Yeah, I'm fine.
We do?
I look super young.
You
though,
do look
so-
very young.
Yeah.
I thought you were my age, like
I'm hip.
31.
I'm with it.
Maybe
Yeah.
younger, actually.
But I usually get like 26 to 28.
I felt
It's
it.
the Mediterranean.
It is. It really is.
Yeah.
We
Keep
age
that,
good.
keep
We
that
do.
energy up. I look like a 12-year-old boy.
You do. It's
Yeah.
all right.
It's great.
Like I could be like, this is Steven. He's moving into my home. And my husband will be like, all right, you want, we could make a room in the basement. There's the Xbox. Like,
Do you play Fortnite?
that's not allowed in our house. We're on Minecraft. Okay.
Oh, shit.
It's awful.
Do you
Poor
play
son.
Minecraft?
He's not allowed.
I'm dead.
That's what goes on. Yeah.
I really like...
Did you learn all the things tonight?
I need to come back and learn more things.
We'll keep doing it.
Seriously,
Yeah.
can we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel so like...
Scrambled.
Not even... no, I'm very like... Just McThinkington. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like someone like got rid of some weight.
Do you?
One of you guys?
Is it one of you guys? Because I was gonna say like I feel very like
You feel light?
Yeah.
So it's you.
It's good.
Do you feel like
I
you
feel
got?
I mean,
I don't know. I don't know what it is, but
It's good.
yeah,
It's something.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep coming back.
All right.
She's gonna be like, "Get this bitch out of here."
I'm only here Friday nights and Saturdays, so.
All right, well, I'm gonna come Friday night.
And the store has different personalities.
Yes.
On different days.
It's a very different vibe. Like people, like we said before, like Saturday is a very different vibe than like Sunday, and even during the week. It's a madhouse. on
Saturday's like a
Saturdays.
manic day, and it's like the big, I don't know, like it's like counterintuitive to say like this is like a metaphysical spiritual shop, but like Saturday's the big money day. Everybody comes, and it's like it's just busy, and there's two of us, and so it's like we're like octopi.
Octopi.
I'm like
Octopuses?
Yeah, I don't know. Hands everywhere. That sounded dirty. That's not what this show is about. Yeah, and then Sunday's like a little bit more chill. My business partner is more relaxed in different ways and more high energy in different ways. Like we really do complement each other in like the ways we sort of approach things.
Okay.
And then Wednesdays and Thursdays we're here together, and that's really different when we're together.
I've been here during the week. I just don't remember what day.
Yeah.
And I just love the vibe every fucking time.
Yeah,
I
the
come.
vibe is fun. It's a cool spot. I mean, and the building itself has like this energy, like it
Absolutely.
it has its own life, and it's
Yeah.
happy. And we're expanding.
You guys are.
So we're expanding to the back, and we're getting outdoor space. We're going to be teaching outdoor classes, and so we're going to do meditation and yoga back there.
This is, if you guys are in the area on Long Island, you have to come here. It's the Amityville Apothecary. What's the
174 Park Avenue in Amityville.
Amityville, New York? Even if you're not in the area and you want to take a road trip,
It's so
you should
fun.
come hang
It is
out.
fun.
It's fun.
There's a lot of personality here. It's fun. You can meet the ghosts, maybe. Maybe you don't want to meet the ghosts.
I mean, they're here. It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. Just this.
Right, everything's fine.
So
Is there anything you... Oh, and follow them on TikTok.
Oh yeah, the TikTok, Amityville Apothecary, and oh my God, we do live sales every Friday night on Instagram at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard, but we ship all over the country. We have California, Puerto Rico, Hawaii, North Dakota, all the places, and so you get 15% off all the new stuff every Friday night. We show all the new. We give discount, and we drink, and we're silly.
I yell at
and
her.
We
you
dance. I fire her. She keeps coming back. It's great.
And they have a lot of good stuff here.
Yeah.
And the people are dope too. I'm gonna leave all your what's the fucking word? Yeah, all your social media.
The info.
Yeah,
I
all
don't
your
know.
info.
Whatever.
So you should follow them, come here and meet everybody.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming on location.
I know, I love it here.
So fun.
I'm getting pillows and blankets. I'm fucking sleeping here. That's
I don't know.
what's gonna
I mean,
happen.
Morris
do you
and I,
want
we
to?
wouldn't sleep here.
I'm
You
not
know-
sleeping here.
You know what? Yeah, you're right.
We're not sleeping here.
no, thank you.
We're so good. We're so
It's
good.
not happening. But anyway, thank you guys. Until next time.
Night.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.